Hi everyone and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are making candy corn DIYs. For this project, I'm using a pumpkin sign from the Dollar Tree, and the first thing I did was remove the little leaf. And let me tell you, the struggle was real on this one because that leaf did not want to go loose. But when I was done with the leaf, I just put that to the side, and I'm going to paint the back of the pumpkin white. And I gave it about 3 coats of white chalk paint until I saw it nice and white. Next, I'm grabbing some black chalk paint and I'm going to paint the stem of the pumpkin black. Here's the bag of candy corn that I bought, and it's 2.5 pounds, which is more than enough for all the projects that I'm doing today with candy corn. Next, I'm grabbing some candy corn, laying them around the top of the pumpkin how I wanted to see them, and then just started to hot glue all the way around the pumpkin. To decorate the pumpkin, I'm grabbing this cute little scarecrow, and it was on a stick, so I just broke the stick off and removed it. And I'm just hot gluing this little guy to the pumpkin. And now I'm just grabbing some of these Dollar Tree letters, and I'm going to spell out the word boo. And I'm putting it smack in the center of my pumpkin. To complete the project, I'm going to make a little bow, and I'm using some raffia. Now, this natural color raffia is pretty dry, so I didn't want to do anything but just take it and just kind of keep it in my hands. And then I'm adding some orange raffia to it, and that one was way stronger. And then I took another piece of orange raffia and I used it as a tie for my little bow. I just tied it in the center of the bow. And when it was nice and tight, I just dabbed a little hot glue on there so it keeps it sealed, and then hot glue it straight onto my pumpkin. This video is part of a collaboration that is being hosted by my beautiful friends Diane and Jenny from Deco Easy, and there's so many DIYers participating in this amazing collaboration. Please check out the playlist in the description box to see what everyone made. For this project, I do recommend a flat wreath. You can either cut out a cardboard piece, or like me, I am recycling a wreath I had on hand from before. It's nice and flat, so I knew it was going to work well. As you can see, I'm simply hot gluing the candy corn onto the wreath, and starting with my middle row, I'm facing all the candies in the same direction. When that middle row was complete, I'm grabbing more candy corn and I'm starting to hot glue them facing the opposite way of that middle row. That means the inside row and the outside row are going to be facing the opposite direction of my candy corn. At the end of the day, it is such a beautiful design. I absolutely love it. Now, for any edible DIYs, it is important to seal them. You can seal them with whatever sealant you have on hand, or even with Mod Podge. For the bow, I'm using 260-inch ribbon. The first one is a black and white buffalo check, and the other one is an orange grosgrain ribbon. Next, I hot glued the orange ribbon onto the buffalo check ribbon. Then I found the center of the bow and made a simple bow. When I was done, I brought it together with a piece of wire. For a cute effect, I decided to add some ducktails for my bow. And I just cut from the outside to the inside while folding my ribbon in half. That way it's a nice even cut. To hang my wreath, I'm grabbing about a 6-inch piece of grosgrain ribbon, and I'm going to hot glue it to the back of the wreath, and then hot glue the bow straight in the center of the wreath. project, I'm using a foam orange pumpkin from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it about 3 coats of white chalk paint to make sure it's nice, clean, and beautifully bright. I'm going to hot glue my candy corn along the seams of the pumpkin. So the first thing I did was turn my pumpkin over. That way I can start from the bottom of the pumpkin and working my way up, because I am going to have florals on top. It's more forgiving in case you have a longer or a shorter candy. And I'm just going to do this all around the pumpkin. I played around a little bit to see which florals work best for the top, and I settled on 3 beautiful orange mums with white berries in the middle, and it looked like the berries were the stem of the pumpkin, so it turned out really cute. Next, we're making a simple bow, but this one is going to be 6 loops, and I'm just going to do the loops freehand, back and forth, and then tie it with a little floral wire. I attached the bow with some glue gun to the center of my pumpkin. While that bow is really beautiful, I just felt like it wasn't standing out with the entire piece, so I grabbed another piece of grosgrain ribbon, just pure white, brought it together with a little wire, and then instead of putting the same ribbon in the middle, I'm actually using a piece of the orange wire to do the center of the bow. Then I just grabbed a white bow and I hot glued it to the center of the other bow.